All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, from that short break. And actually, it was a short break. We gotta start using that gag more, just because we can't let it die. Have to keep reminding people that we are all here for the short breaks. So, guys, it is going to be the second map now between these two teams, as you guys can see, FlipSide and nEophyte. And nEophyte already off to a good start in this best of three, having won cash.
Yeah, really impressively as well. FlipSide had nothing to say on that map at all. They got entirely shut down. And,
Pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else to say. Still, Oscar playing super well, and Quest 1 as well, just doing good job.
Both of them actually, yeah, it was pretty close. I mean, Quest actually put up a good fight versus Envy as well, so I'm glad to see that he continues that.
And David over at Twitter was saying that actually it's not Stuco, it's Stico. So yeah. Even though it's like a Y, it's Stico. So like stick.
Stico. All right, well,
Stico.
That's the thing, though. Sometimes when you have these names, you have some people that say it's said this way, and then others say it's this way, and then it's like Zipnix. We just now find out that you're supposed to say it a totally different way.
Zipex.
When like Zipnix was like, he's never said a damn word to me ever. When I'm just like, "What's up, Zip?" and he's like, "What's up, bro?" and I'm like, "Okay, I must be doing something right because he's not looking at me bad." So I don't know what
I don't
names, man. Just get them straight.
Yeah, just use your first name instead. It'd be much easier.
Right. Because yeah, it's really that's not going to cause any problems. Yeah, okay.
No, definitely not. Look,
dealt with that so many years, Anders. I'm done with it. Really easy to say Semler. There you go. That's it.
Yeah, I just call you Semler all the time as well.
I forget what my real name is actually.
Yeah, it's easier, just much easier. Look, shout out as well to Infinity CSGO on Twitter as well, who was just saying that he broke his ankle yesterday. Now he's watching Counter-Strike all day instead. So good job, but not good job breaking your ankle.
Yeah,
but,
no good.
Get better soon as well.
Yeah, get better.
Right. So what else? Mirage is coming up. We should be loading into the map hopefully soon enough. I had committed to reading out, facts on Twitter as well. Someone was telling me that the Eiffel Tower grows 15 inches in the summer due to the expansion of the metal. Do you think that's true? I don't know if it's true. It sounds like it could be true.
15 inches. That's quite a bit as well.
I think it's 15 centimeters, but it could be either way.
That would be wild, actually. Because it's just, like wood differing on the seasons, right? That's why those houses creak and groan, et cetera. It's because wood is constantly expanding and contracting. So
I don't know.
Iron, maybe?
You know what?
It's like steel and iron, isn't it?
You know what I do know? You know the reconnaissance plane, the SR-71, also known as the Blackbird? So when they fuel those up, the fuel actually leaks from the tank. It's only going to be non-leaky when it starts flying, because then the heat will actually heat up the actual plane, and it'll expand, and then it
seals up all those little gaps.
Seals up the whole plane. That's kind of cool. They took them out of production though. Really sad. Enough about planes and more about Counter-Strike, as we were just trying to waste a little bit of time here. It's FlipSide versus nEophyte here. Fragbite Masters. This is the elimination match of Group B. And right now, FlipSide are certainly one round away from, or one map away here from being eliminated. Surprisingly, as I definitely would have thought they were the stronger team. On the first map, that wasn't the case. Second map, though, starts off with a good opening. Blade instantly taking out Quest 1.
Yeah, actually, that's a great kill to have. And Oscar as well dropped down to 5 HP. It's going to it's going to put a lot more pressure now on the remaining members for nEophyte to lock things down. Good follow-up there by Bondic, who was lurking in Palace to pick off the man who was down low. That's Oscar gone. Now man advantage here for FlipSide, and they are looking like they're going to get out onto this A site. The bomb is making its way here, and Barbie not going to be able to deny it from his current position.
Oh, Zero actually almost came up with the third kill then as he nearly took down Blade. This is a pretty good turnaround for nEophyte. Bondic and Blade are left, and there's going to be a Molotov. Oh! I think that was either supposed to go in and check shadows, or was supposed to be up in the apartments. Either way, he definitely failed a little bit there. Bondic with 2 important kills. Barbie now waiting for him, and he's going to go down as well. Quad kill. Bondic going to save the round, and FlipSide will just barely make it out. That did not look like that was supposed to be possible. I mean, if that Molotov works, then it's all over.
And then, yeah, there's nothing that Bondic can do at all. I'm still amazed. And the fact that he manages to actually pull off that running strafe, basically, as well, stays alive through that.
Wow. Yeah,
I don't even...
That is definitely kind of shocking.
That's individual play for you, basically. Blade doing the best that he could from Tetris there, but... really Bondic there to save the day, and that was looking like everything would spin out of control for FlipSide, and that's going to be a breath of fresh air for FlipSide as well, considering how cash went for them.
Yeah.
I mean, it can't inspire too much confidence when it takes a quad kill from one of your players to get the win.
What do you think about the fact that there was just 4 MP7s on this FlipSide team? One of them has just gone down to a Deagle.
I'm fine with it, man. Make that money. Get them greenbacks.
More money, more problems, though. And right now, they might actually have a lot of problems if they're going to walk in and get killed again here. Could have definitely been a shot there. Simple down to half health. There is a scout on Zero, so now it's a one shot on Simple, and he's going to be gone. And Quest hiding in the corner. P250 in hand. Rotation coming in, and look at it. Actually, the scout's coming in from B as well. It's going to take a little bit of while, but it's going to be here at some point. They haven't spotted out Quest just. This should be a free kill coming into it. Well, then it's turning around. He gets dropped, though. So will Quest. Bondic falls as well, and look at them. They're solo on health here.
They're trying to find the angles through the smoke. We can see Zero here. Zero's eventually going to get the kill on a Blade, and there's Stico with the last frag. And everybody actually getting a piece of the action that time around for nEophyte. Everybody getting a frag. At FlipSide, they just get picked apart. And that was also due to some pretty slick positioning there on that A site as well. Not holding in the usual spots and actually making it work.
Wow. That was an unfortunate turnaround. And maybe, you know, a bit of a backfire on all the MP7s. I mean, especially I feel like playing T side of Mirage. You are not going to be in, like, great positions to use those MP7s, are you? I mean, not necessarily anyway. If you run into A and there's a scout waiting CT spawn or in jungle or something, you know...
Well, you would think with proper smokes, right? Or if, like, you're going up connector, I wouldn't have a problem with it. Because then you just have to worry about that man on CT. But if you have a smoke going down on CT, then that's going to make that a little bit easier, right?
Yeah. There was definitely something off at any rate. Which means FlipSide. They only have the one round to celebrate. Now they're in a weird position. But they are running B really quickly. They stop just before Zero can hear them. And Stico's back there with a bit of a scout as well. Let's hope they line up and we can get a great frag in here. They do line up, and he actually does get the kill, but not a double hit. Then grenade in, and oh my god, two of them burn alive. Zero to pick up 1-1 with the MP7. It's a FlipSide barbecue. Markolov falls as well. Simple gonna go down. Zero picking up an ace. Two of them with the Molotovs. Wow.
Yeah, and that's also off the back of those scout shots because he's tagging him down to 16 HP. Molotov's the last thing you want to see when you don't have Kevlar to mitigate the flames.
Yeah. His score is 9-1-1, which it's too late for FlipSide to call 9-1-1 at that point. Yeah. The police are already here, and they're the ones killing them, so what are you going to do at that point? What is that smoke being lined up by Bondic, I'm wondering?
Feeling quite at home. Oh,
nice. It's just a mid one. Fair enough.
Doesn't quite hit there Underworld Edit. Thought that would be a lot more damage with that HE. But yeah, it's looking like Simple's going to be setting up the jungle smoke. And we have the other smoke going in onto the A site now. We do have a bit of an anti-smoke position being played here by Quest. He's waiting in sandwich, so this could be an interesting thing because the smokes are going to go over him, so he's going to be in position. And if he holds close, it's going to be tough for them to hunt him down. Oscar to start off strong and take out World Edit, but there's Blade coming back into it. And just random shot through the smoke by Oscar, and he picks up another kill.
Is this real life? He just turned 180 to shoot through the smoke. That must have been a great call-out, or we could see him on the minimap. Someone else from his team was spotting him. That was really cool. Bondic and Markolov here. 2v3 now. The bomb will go down at least, which is a big help. But Stico's coming up from behind, and that will be hard for FlipSide to predict. So they might lose a player here instantly. This might be a 3-on-1 before anything else happens. Let's see who's going to initiate the fight. If it's going to be Stico coming up from behind, he's going to spot the first man out. Body shot out. Deagle midair to take down Bondic. Markolov not going to get a chance to fight Stico with a Deagle. And a double kill at the end there. That will be 3-1. nEophyte definitely still just really hot.
The Deagle's such a visceral gun as well, right? Just looks like he's pile driving him from on top of there. It's like, boom, sit down. And it's still a 9-1-1 here for nEophyte, or at least...
Look at this.
Yeah, that is just sick. But this follow-up shot by Stico, it's like he gets the one and then spots that man. It's just like, boom. Annihilation. Aye. So 3-1 now. nEophyte getting over that speed bump was essentially, you know, losing that pistol round. Now a bit scarier for Oscar, but he's going to make it out of dodge as well before they can close the distance. And Stico's there as well to pick up the Palace kill. So they've managed to pick off one of the flanking arms here for FlipSide. It's now down to the two remaining members who are focused mid, and there it is. Markolov taking out Stico, but that's all that's going to happen. Oscar picking up a 2-kill, 0-2, and we should have had 1 for Stico, so...
I mean, I think overall the theme that we're seeing is that nEophyte just playing with so much confidence. They're willing to take all the fights that that FlipSide aren't, essentially. Just keep playing, even individually. They're just taking the fights at the moment. And right now it's actually Zero who's top fragging and doing a fantastic job on nEophyte's side. So they've got so many resources right now. This team is really just exciting to watch at the moment.
Yeah, they're looking so good. And they've definitely figured FlipSid out. It seems like this is a team, perhaps that they've practiced quite a bit against. That FlipSid, you know, that they seem to bounce into each other because they do seem to have an idea of what to expect out of each other here. Or at least nEophyte have a good idea of what FlipSid are throwing at them. As far as this round is concerned, FlipSid with quite a bit of gear after that round of eco, so they're going to be pleased with that. They can actually go, you know, speaking of practice, now they can start turning to the strategy book saying, okay, we have all the requisite nades that we need to actually make this work. What are we going to elect to go for now? And so that's going to be on Blade, the in-game leader, basically to call that shot.
Oh, look at this. The smoke, I think, is going to be a connector smoke from top, so you can throw it from further back, as I tried to illustrate in some video, but I think we've seen this one before, so... Oh, it actually lands in jungle instead. All right. You can set up a very similar one that lands in connector from that position, but not going to be this time. Markelov trying to find an opening on Oscar. He ends up going down. Oscar with a double kill. He's so good. Point blank range. Gonna miss the flick there. Blade will drop him and actually world edit. No, that was Zero to pick him off. I thought Quest maybe could get in on that. 2v2 now. 30 seconds left, and Simple is going to catch Quest trying to jump on over Barbie. Last man standing inside the bomb site, and they are coming for him as well. Good headshot on Simple, and the bomb is dropped. They have to try and pick it up here. World Edit running in. He's got the double. He's up on the stairs trying to get the shot through. And Barbie hears him running as well, using the sound so well. A lot of noise being made on the other side by World Edit, and the jump shot comes through. World Edit with a triple. Oh my god, what a kill.
I'm just sitting here squinting my eyes. Did he just really go for a jump headshot with the AWP?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Kukli on steroids.
Right? I mean, if you can do that with an AWP now, who needs a scout? What was that? So there we go. That's how you do it, world. That's how you win the clutch round for your team. And
yeah, don't put that into your playbooks at home. Don't say, oh, I'll totally go for that next time I'm in a 1v1. Your matchmaking teams are going to be upset. That won't work a lot of the time.
Well, that's just literally like one of the biggest gambles paying off. Like, you might as well go buy a lottery ticket while you're at it, because tonight's your night. You hit a jump shot with the AWP like that.
Yeah.
So, well done. Well done. You know, there's the clutch round that FlipSid need. That's going to take a little bit of the wind out of nEophyte's sails, but they are going to manage to make it past here. The smoke not really working, but Quest might get found out. They realize that that smoke smacked him in the face. That smoke isn't going to hit the perfect angle, however, so he may be able to find a bit of an angle to work with over here.
Yeah, highlighting one of the big problems of trying to smoke connector here. Just so difficult to get one down that's perfect. Even if you can do it in a tutorial a lot of the time, it'll still be some tricks to it once you get into it. It just has to be off by 1 pixel and it's a problem.
Simple boosted up will take out Oscar, and he gets the second kill as well. So important. Stiko, however, with the second AWP is going to be able to pick off Simple before he can make, well, any more mischief happen and get into jungle. But Barbie, just look at what is going on. This random spray, and Zero just completely fluffing that.
Yeah, that should have definitely been a kill for Zero there. So, I mean, maybe a little bit of a mess up there, and that's going to give FlipSid a chance to get back into the game. They are on the less favored side as well, so maybe it's not the end of the world here. As Barbie gets executed trying to get through the murder hole. It will be 4-3, and the money on nEophyte is not exactly amazing.
It's so uncharacteristic as well, you know, when it comes to Zero, for him to be able to miss that kind of spray, because he's sitting right now on 12 frags. He's like top fragging by a fairly large margin here, so for him to just go wild with the spray like that and not lock that frag down when he's had so much success so far in this half, that's why I'm a little bit surprised there. But now FlipSid, really, they're in an ideal position. The pistols are forced onto nEophyte, and Simple to start off strong. Oscar gets spotted out, going to be in clean and easy second frag, and it's just going to be a tension mid here from nEophyte, just trying to close in and see what they can do about, you know, bum rushing this part of the map, but they just aren't having any luck running into these AWPs. Well, as I say that, Blade will fall to Barbie, who just found a little clever angle on him there.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be much of a problem. Again, we were sort of crediting nEophyte when they were playing on Cash with grouping up in the anti-ecos, and that's exactly what FlipSid are doing here as well, so a little bit of credit to them as well. A lot of damage. Stiko actually also hitting Simple and putting him down to 13, so that could have actually got way out of control. But they managed to stabilize. They lose 2 players, which is not great, but at least they win the round, and they equalize the score at 4-4, which is pretty respectable at this point.
Actually, yeah. And they don't quite have a bank, but they could be within force buy range if they were to lose this round. So FlipSid, now they have a little bit of room to maneuver with. Whereas nEophyte, after that round of eco, they're going to be able to get a healthy buy together, but this is it. Their backs are to the wall here, nEophyte. They need to actually get this round locked. World Edit once again holding connector, not peeking towards window, so Oscar not really going to get any joy here. Unless World Edit decides to get impatient and start to push forward, which could always happen. And actually, it's Oscar who wants to just force the issue. He realizes, he knows. But this passive angle from World at it, and Oscar not going to be able to find the shot.
Instantly turns around and is ready for Simple. He's up against 2 AWPs potentially, so he's got to be really careful. The scoping and unscoping is making me super nervous at this point in time, because
this is trusting yourself at this point. Oscar has to trust his call.
Simple's on the other side doing the same thing.
Oh, he's so close. There it is, and Oscar gets rewarded for his patience. That's what we're talking about with trust. You know you have to just hold that angle.
Quest is kind of low, and it's going to be a 3v4 here. They get the opening kill on Oscar, which is going to be big. Can they actually get into the site? They still got 40 seconds. Stuco is holding the bomb back here. They have to come back at some point. Right now, the only thing that can work out is if World Edit comes up from behind here and catches Stico. That's going to be the opening. Barbie will go down. Stico walking up behind them. Can he close out this round? Oh, did he hear him behind?
He must have heard the steps.
Yeah, he heard him. Going to pick up the kill there. And now time is running out. 20 seconds. This is almost certainly a round for nEophyte.
And he hears the steps as well. He should have heard. Yep, he hears the steps just jumping through. Look at this. Bondic announcing his presence clearly, and that's going to be another very easy frag there for Stico.
Wow.
And both of those kills could have been, well, I mean, they had no way of knowing, at least the first man through, had no way of knowing that Stico was sitting on that bomb. But the second man to just run through apartments, at that point he just didn't have time. I think there was 17 seconds when they finally clashed there at the back at T-spawn.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he doesn't have time to walk his way back there, but really unfortunate turn of events there for FlipSid, and a crucial win in a very important round for nEophyte. Means that they're not going to be back onto Eco. That means that now they have a shot to actually build some bank here.
5-4. nEophyte still looking really good. They are getting ready. FlipSid, try and see if they can execute onto the A-bomb site here. Standard smokes going in. They're missing one for CT spawn so far, and that's definitely dangerous. But actually, they're out of smoke, so they don't have one for it. Instead, they're going to try and plant in the open here. So that's a very logical choice. You can't smoke up CT spawn. You really can't go for the default plan. Instead, they plan in towards the middle of the map, which is a superior bomb plan anyway. So that's good news. Stico going to be got 1-0 with a good headshot there, taking down Simple, and he keeps running in to pick off Blade as well. 2v3, and now it's a 2v1 as Smarkolov is going to have to try and see if he can prevent this defuse, but he's smoked off. He has to come through the smoke here. Flashbang in, not a great one either. Bomb already defused, and 0 to pick up a quad kill. Great round for him. What's his score like right now? 11 rounds in, and he's at 17 kills. Wow.
72-4. That's insane. And he is just dominating right now, but that was a retake as well. You know, full smoke round, nobody on that site. They even start a man down, nEophyte, with, I believe it was Simple picking off the man holding CT. So, nEophyte still managed to make that work. FlipSid, they've got to be kicking themselves right now. And there we go. That grace period that they bought, having a little bit of bank, having another buy round that they can go for. Well, there we have it. FlipSid, they're back to pistols here. And nEophyte once again in control of the situation. So this is now where nEophyte get to build some money. And this is where FlipSid really start to struggle. So far, again, focusing on mid. But Quest, look at this cheeky spot. He's able to do this because he fully trusts in his teammate holding short to watch his back. And that's why. And you already have 0 managing to close out the kill onto Blade.
Yeah, it's the buddy system in work.
Full-on buddies.
Definitely very good. Simple, gonna try for a deagle shot. He did hear Stico out there, but not gonna pick up the kill just yet. And in turn, he's also gonna be alone. Playing a dangerous game, both players here. Maybe one that isn't, strictly speaking, necessary from Stico's point of view. And at the end, 0 will come and help him out and put himself at 19 kills. So 7-4. They are really, they're struggling once again here, FlipSid.
You know, you linked the Perry Bible earlier.
Yes.
You know the one where it's like the whack-a-mole? Except
Yeah.
it was in medieval times. Thou art too slow.
Yeah, and he has like a mace
flail.
or something. Yeah, flail. That's so brutal.
It always looks like a game of whack-a-mole with the guy jumping below the balcony on B. That's like, you gonna get him? You gonna get him? Well, Simple got there, but then he got. And now, 4-on-4 scenario here. Defense still solid on this A site. They're gonna be able to re-smoke it as well. Blade about to eat some nade damage, down to 40, well, down to 62. But World Edit in the meantime has actually won the duel versus 0, so he's gonna be fairly pleased about that.
Oscar playing a dangerous game. This is either get the shot off or fail, and then you're going to get sprayed down. He's playing so close to the smoke, but Terrace player on the other side has already fallen back, and there was Blade that was up close. They've realized there's nobody over at B because Markolov has cleared it out, so pretty good position right now for FlipSid, and should be able to pick up a 5th round here unless something drastic is going to change. And I like the fact that Bondic isn't going to try and keep, taking this fight. Just let them waste their time.
It seems like they're pretty intent on just holding on to the guns that they have right now, nEophyte. Best part is, though, I mean, Bondic is going to be hanging around here, and there's really no way out for him. nEophyte are fully expecting the rotation to come out from FlipSide, the hunt to begin, essentially, and Oscar getting caught off guard. It's going to be unfortunate. Barbie is still there, however, so they know now where the remaining member is for nEophyte. FlipSide going to start spreading out across this map to try and hem him in and keep him from saving this AWP. And pretty much it's down to Barbie now to stay alive at all costs, because he needs to hold on to this rifle. If he can hold on to the AWP, that's a lot of money saved for his team in the next round. That means that Oscar can have that to continue to work with right now.
Yeah, not peeking, but just close enough at the off angle. If anyone was going to be close, it could have worked out here. And he's going to be patient all the way to the end. So pretty smart play. I mean, doing the best that he can in that situation. His team, they could probably force this up. I'd be surprised, in fact, if they didn't. Don't want to give up anything more at this point. 5 rounds is workable for FlipSide. It's not amazing, but they can work on second half if they just get the 5 rounds in.
Yeah, 10-5 would not be too bad, actually. I mean, obviously they're aiming for 9-6, but 10-5 would still be workable here for FlipSide. You're right. And Oscar once again taking up positions, but this time they decide to smoke up short. So we might actually have a little bit of confusion here on nEophyte's side. Not quite sure what's going to get thrown at them. I mean, now they know at least that World Edit, there can be a man top mid right now, that he can be holding aggressive. They're going to be closing in as well. Stico actually with a bit of a trick smoke, or at least one that's like blocking off the bottom of connector, but he can still see over onto short. That's the important bit. And unfortunately, because that nade goes off in that angle right there, it's not going to do any damage to the man holding an underpass.
Yeah, I was wondering if Markov was going to try and come out and throw smoke out of underpass. That's something we've seen more and more teams do recently. It's a really cool idea to smoke off top connector. So maybe that was going to be the thing. Markov here, and that smoke is...
a variation.
It's a variation. The problem is it lands really, really far right. So you can look, Stico, just walking in, and that's what we're talking about. Smoking middle is such a difficult thing to try and accomplish, because this smoke is essentially completely useless. In fact, it's dangerous to World Edit, because Stico has such a great one-way smoke going here, and you can tell World Edit thought that was a good smoke for him. Essentially, Markov just got him killed. Bondic, though, with a good kill in return, and it's going to be a 4-4. Bomb is being planted, and Barbie not doing the damage. Not
able to, but then, hey, Zero and Oscar are rolling in right now. Barbie is going to get picked off by Bondic eventually, and now we're into a 3-on-2, and it looks like Oscar was able to spot the man going at the shadow. He even hits the wall bang. Bondic down to 58. Now, the push begins. Quest going to walk in, and Oscar to pick up the last frag. Bondic trying to do the best he can, taking out that man in CT. But, I mean, you're absolutely right. That setup there from Markelov leads to World Edit getting picked off just because of that one way.
Yeah. And if you go, I mean, I did my attempt to show on YouTube how it could work out. But if you just go on YouTube and search for any video that says, Mirage connector smoke, you'll find 100 of them. And the problem is, like I said, it's one thing to do it in a practice video. It's another thing to do it consistently throughout a match. And if you're just a couple of inches off, it'll be horrible.
And this is actually from the recent update as well, because they've tightened up the edges, the particles of the edges of the smoke.
Yeah.
So I mean, it used to be maybe that smoke was more effective because there was a bit fluffier on the sides of the smoke, but now because they tightened everything up, it's made the smokes a little bit smaller. And so those kinds of one-ways can happen. So it leads to having to basically update all of your smokes in your inventory, to make sure that they're doing what you want them to do. Now look at Stico right now. Aggressive take. He knows that they've been going through underpass, and he doesn't take that shot. He decides to back out.
So there is that smoke to top connector that we were actually just highlighting that you can throw, that a lot of teams have been doing. Markelov putting that one down and forcing nEophyte back just a tiny bit. Especially with the AWP, you don't want to get caught on the wrong side of that smoke. You really want to get back and just play this. So that gives a little bit of control flip side. Markelov gets up in here and tries to see if he can find an opening. World Edit playing close to Catwalk. Or actually more or less on Catwalk. And really close to Oscar on the other side here.
Oscar has no idea that he's scoped around there, so we'll see if World Edit can hit that timing right. Markelov. It looks like Oscar was able to take out Blade, so he does do a one-for-one trade there. Markelov taking a battle with 2 guys, and he does manage to drop them low enough where Simple's going to be able to roll in and get a frag, but with 30 seconds left, they still need to get this bomb plant, and it's a 1v3 scenario now, seeing as how World Edit got picked off by Quest. Simple walks forward, takes out the first man, goes for the jumping headshot, but he's not going to get it. Stico instead is going to hold that angle strong, and it's going to be yet another team ace for nEophyte. With Zero just now topping the 20 frag mark. He's up at 21 frags now on this map. 21, 3, and 6. That is a great ratio.
Yeah, that's just beastly at this point. His teammates aren't even getting a chance to really do too much. So that's the last round of the half coming up here. The 15th. Oscar already flashed out. It's going to be a lot of speed for FlipSid here. And it's the Tech-9s and one Galil. Maybe 250 in the mix as well. UMP there. Not going to get the kill yet. Stuko and Oscar picking up some good kills. And Barbie, he got one in at the end, but they stole every single other one that he was trying to get there. And Markolov only going to be a while for a second longer. That grenade looked like he ran into it, but...
I was wondering if it was going to be fate. You know, he's just going to run straight into the nades and they would meet.
Zero's got one. Markolov is going to be gone. And there it is, 10-5. nEophyte. They're a really exciting team to watch right now. I'm enjoying this.
Oh, they're looking fantastic right now. And yeah, FlipSid don't really seem to have an answer. They try to change up the pace, of course. You know, it's kind of like that Hail Mary that you throw at the end to see if you can't get that 6th round. I mean, with the Tech-9s trying to close in. But the fact that the man lived so long on that A site to begin with, I mean, it's just constant damage that's going on from that UMP that deals a sick amount of damage. For an SMG versus Kevlar, does a lot of damage. So if he can start just tagging people up right there, it makes it so much easier for then his teammates with rifles to come in and secure the frags. So the longer that guy stays alive, bigger the problem for FlipSid.
Oh,
wow, look at that. Not a single Kevlar bot by FlipSid. All nades.
Yeah, that's it. And on the other side is all Kevlar. So this is like a clash of styles almost.
And they don't even go for a god mode. They don't even go like Tech-9 armor or anything at all.
Oh, yeah, that's a fight you don't want to take without armor. Instantly aim punched, has to try and fall back and then gets headshot along the way. Stico opening up, doing more damage here to Simple. They're going to take the fight, and Simple does come out on top. Important return frag, but they've already used all their grenades, more or less. I mean, they've got smokes left, but in pistol rounds, even smokes and Molotovs, they just don't do as much. People tend to just run through.
Especially, I mean, they've got the Kevlar, so that Molotov isn't really going to be doing too much to nEophyte. There's nobody on nEophyte that really fears it. And now they just run forward, they get the info, they spot 2 guys on short. Oscar just going aggressively into CT. He wants to get control of Kitchen, and he spots the rotation coming through already. He's even going to spot the last man. That's Bondic. Just trying to do the best that he can here, but he's about to get swarmed by 4 players here on nEophyte. No fear. He takes out the first man. That's Oscar, but now they have him boxed in already. Zero. Just closing him out.
Yeah, this is so tough as well. 10-5. And Bondic picking up one more kill, but he's not got the kid picked up. They could play this game all day, and Crest will take him out.
He was stuck in the murder hole.
Yeah, it's not cool, is it? And on Twitter, David was actually just saying that Zero is apparently only 16, so a young talent as well.
Monster.
Yeah, he's been, I guess, eclipsed a bit on some of the other maps by Oscar's crazy performances, but he's coming to his own on this map, and it seems to be doing quite well. Yeah, I mean, we've been theorizing for, what, the past 2 years, saying that the whole of the global offensive competitive scene is essentially fueled by X 1.6 and X Counter-Strike Source sort of pros that we're switching over, which is cool, and we're still waiting for more to come in. But it's obviously going to be like the highlight of this whole thing is going to be when we see, I guess, people like Zero and all the new players who've never played any other Counter-Strike versions, who are just really good at this game.
Well, I think that was the joy, the pleasure of watching Swag play.
Yeah,
I mean, granted, he had that 1.6 background a little bit, but he was still so young. He was like 16 years old.
Yeah.
You know, now you have Kirby coming up on Dignitas as well. And you have that younger generation now who are starting to, you know, take a crack at the top.
Yeah, they are really, they're peaking out slowly. So we've got a whole new wave of competitive players that are being hatched, and that will do interesting things to our ever-expanding community. Exactly. Smoke goes off again. This is kind of it for FlipSid. They have to hold on here. If they can turn this around, it'll be big for them. Blade gonna go down, though. Stico, MP7 in hand to take out Bondic. It's not looking good at the moment, although if they've done a lot of damage, they just can't find the kills.
They certainly have. Look at this follow-up now. Jumping shot there by Simple. He's getting wall banged down. He does get the headshot eventually, or just the shot. The wall bang through, but then gets aggressive, and he's going to get picked off. Barbie and Oscar to pick up the remaining 2 frags there. But look at how much damage had been done across the board. I think everybody at one point, all 5 of them were like sub 40 HP on nEophyte's side. That's a field day if you're Simple with that scout. It's just one tap everybody if you can get the shots off. But it wasn't meant to be this time, and nEophyte are just continuing to run away with this. They're going to get up to 13 rounds here unless FlipSid can come up with something big. But this is going to be a hard eco out of FlipSid, so we should see nEophyte with 13 rounds, an 8-round lead. That's still such a big cushion. It's cash all over again. They're just dominating FlipSid right now.
Yeah, and I mean, on cash they played They played so well playing T-side as well. So maybe if they've got something prepared here on Mirage, they could do the same. FlipSid are on pistols, so I don't see them easily coming out alive here. Careful approach, just one guy peeking on in, trying to make sure there isn't a huge stack going on. There are 3 members here. Well, now it's just down to one as they kill the 2 of them. And Blade is going to fall as well, so no issue at all. That's a cool pop flash, though.
Unfortunately, he's caught reloading by Markloff, who came through jungle, so totally ineffective pop flash for the man concerned.
Yeah, sadly.
Simple is going to get hot. It's too hot in the hot tub.
Oh,
Gotta get out.
You could tell initially he thought, oh, it's not going to spread my way. Oh, it is.
And then you see just how quickly the damage is dealt when you don't have Kevlar and you're stuck in a... I mean, that's Molotovs for you and why they're so important or useful to have in anti-eco situations.
It's like those people who live on like the edge of a volcano or something, and then when it's active, people are trying to evacuate them, and it's like you have to move. It's like it hasn't done anything for 100 years. You know, we've been living here, you know, generation after generation. It's time to move. Simple. Fire is at your feet. 13-5, and in the 19th round here, FlipSid. I'd actually just be stunned if they can make this comeback work. nEophyte seems so much more hungry, much more confident and focused than FlipSid do at the moment.
Exactly, and more or less, if nEophyte win any round now, it's going to force FlipSid. Or I mean, in the next 2 rounds, if nEophyte win a round, it's going to force FlipSid into an eco situation or a very awkward force buy situation. nEophyte will be up on 14 rounds, so the way that this could play out right here is nEophyte looks like they want to set up for a tried and true. They're going to go for a very standard smoke round here onto the A site. We do have a bit of an anti-smoke situation, or setup. 2 of them, in fact. We have 2 players who have pushed up within the smoke radius, so this could be big here for FlipSid. These 2 players have to come through big now for the team. They have to land some shots. They have all the advantage.
Well, they definitely do. Bondic playing underneath Shadow. Here's Zero going to put up both players, and Barbie goes with a kill on Walded as well. Simple's going to fall, and it's all on Markelov here. What a remarkable take from nEophyte. In fact, Quest is going to go down. Still Stuko and Barbie left, and they've got 20 seconds here to try and either fight Markelov or at least get the bomb down. It looks like they're going to go for the bomb.
Nice nade, and that was, I mean, good use of flashes, basically. A bit of an awkward spot there for Barbie, but he does manage to make it. And they can plant for Courtyard, and then they decide to take the fight. Stuko getting way ahead of himself there. I mean, Markelov is down to 12 HP, so this should be easy work now for Barbie. 1 bullet's all it's going to take. He's got an AK, he's holding up close, and he's going to do it. The nEophyte, I mean, a very close call there, down to a 1v1 situation, but heavily favored for nEophyte, and they managed to make it work. So 6, I mean, now, I mean, exactly, look at where FlipSid are, and there's not going to be any shenanigans here this time around from FlipSid. They aren't going to try and hold out for a 15th round, try to take it to overtime. They're going for the straight up buy. World Edit wasting very little time, and World Edit being the only one to invest in this round, so never mind.
Can we look at the scoreboard? I'm wondering how much money he's got left now, World Edit.
0.
This is like,
he just spent all of his money. Yeah, he just spent all of his money.
Okay.
So he is the only one on his team to spend all of his money as well.
Sometimes you just got to do what you feel, Semler.
You just got to cut loose, man. Let the hair blow free in the wind.
I don't know. This is generally not a strategy that works really well. Sometimes we've seen people do it with an AWP on a map like Dust 2. Get like 2 good openings, but yeah, they're getting overrun.
Yeah, it's just an impossible situation for Markelov. They were so thorough there, nEophyte as well. They used the, I mean, Molotov flash to clear the room, Molotov to clear a van, and then they come around that corner pre-firing for the 1 lurk spot where Markelov could be holding from.
Yeah,
and they are just playing by the book right now, nEophyte. Everything is looking so smooth.
No issue at all for Oscar either. Wow, 15-5. nEophyte 1 round away from 2-0ing FlipSid on 2 incredibly one-sided maps here to knock them out of the tournament and continue to play either LGB or maybe get a rematch against Envy.
Yeah, that's going to be the next match coming up tonight, another best of 3. So we'll find out who's going to drop down to the consolidation match, who's going to get that first seed in Group B. So we're going to be finishing off Group B here tonight in Fragbite Masters, but Oscar's looking to finish off things with World Edit, and he's going to be able to take him out first. So there you have it. Entry frag. Once again, it was the story on Cash, and it's just the story on Mirage. nEophyte, every time, they seem to have the advantage. And I think that was Blade getting a little ahead of himself there, trying to get that AWP back.
He didn't actually get tagged. It just doesn't do a lot of damage through that wall there. It's kind of double wall back there. Simple is going to go down. I'm slowly becoming a nEophyte fan here. I feel like they're showing us some really cool Counter-Strike all across the board. They're like individually, but they're so aggressive.
Oh, this could actually work out, though. Look at this. Bondic playing so aggressive close to pit. Stiko goes walking right past him, doesn't see that angle. But they're going to, I mean, it looks like they want to end up on the B side eventually here. Stiko all the way in T-spawn. Of course they don't expect that. Markelov caught completely unawares. Second man is there, though. Blade to restore order and take out that, I mean, basically take out, like, the deep work expert there.
Yeah, Blade reloading, and Zero's up there. Could be a little bit dangerous. He does go down to Blade, who secures a double kill, but he's down to 29 health, and they are going to fly down right in his face. There's Quest taking him out, and Bondic, the last guy left. He's got the equipment, but this 1v3 is going to be very hard to manage, especially as there's another Molotov here. Actually,
what?
Wow, already disconnecting FlipSid. Unhappy altogether, and that's going to be 26 kills for Zero and a 16-5 victory for nEophyte. Wow, shocking.
That doesn't speak to the health of the team, man. Like, if you leave before, I mean, it's always possible. It's always possible. There's always a possibility of pulling off a 1v3 anything. We've seen 1v5s happen. I mean, Markelov just last week. So, I mean, to leave the server before your teammate's even dead,
yeah, that's a bit...
that is harsh. How do you think that's going to go over on TeamSpeak? Like,
it's obviously a sign of just pure frustration, feeling like we can't do this anymore. Wow.
Wow, yeah. Wow is right. I mean, that's harsh. I mean, you know, there's this one thing to not say GG or anything, but to leave the server, or to say GG early, right, when your teammate's still trying to clutch it, but to leave the server, that's out there, man. FlipSid, they're out of the tournament. So there we go. First team eliminated from Group B.
Yeah, there are some days I'm happy I'm not doing any more betting, just because I would have
Max bet.
Well, I definitely wouldn't have maxed bet, but I would have said there's a fair chance that FlipSid would have done that. I would have definitely put them as the favorite team here. Wow, but now I am actually just hungry to see more nEophyte. They must have been putting in a lot of work. I feel like we need more intel.
Well, clearly it seems like they had a good idea. I mean, even Oscar with his positioning, you know, his reads as far as the opping was concerned. Well, that one round where he was just, you know, like holding top mid, waiting for World Edit, and then he just like pops around, starts looking Palace, and you know that simple is there. It seems like nEophyte, they had a good idea. They did their homework because this is the match that they were able to prepare. They had all week basically to prepare for this match right here. They knew they were going to be playing versus FlipSid tonight. So it seems like when it came to the maps, they knew how they had a good idea of what FlipSid would throw at them. Cash and Mirage, and both of them just outright stomps.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow. So Slovakia, up and coming Counter-Strike nation. That's pretty damn cool.
This could also be a case of, well, no, really, can it? I mean, FlipSid would have been able to at least do a little research on Cash. So, I mean, considering there was the Envy match last week, but then...
I just feel like nEophyte are playing with, like, such a supreme aura of just super confidence. Like, whatever they're doing, even if it's, you know, even if it's the wrong call, they're still executing it like this is going to be perfect. We're we're ready for it. Like, there's no doubt. It's really quite crazy. And they're playing a team like FlipSid. That should inspire some sort of respect, but they mold them.
Zero.
Yeah, very impressed. Very cool stuff. I want to see more of nEophyte. Really glad they're moving on at this point, actually. So our next match coming up is going to be Envy versus LGB for a best-of-3 game. That's also right here on the channel. Of course, it's going to be a bit of a break because this match finished really early.
Yeah. We're going to have quite a bit of a break, 1.5 hours, basically. It's going to be coming up at 21 CET, so you have it there, local time in the bottom of your screen. So at 21, we will be back with our next best-of-3 of the night. It's going to be the first seed match, the decider match for Group B. Who gets out first, Envy or LGB? We'll find out then.